everything else around you, that you're not just wandering around chanting random things, you're doing something specific. And then Gautama Atri Bharadwaj Rishi. It shows they're the rishis, they're the sages who actually saw Om and gave us the transmission of Om. So it's invoking the sage ancestral lineage to empower us to be able to chant Om. And the rishis also relate to the petals on the crown chakra and are opening up these aspects in our mind so that we can channel that energy properly. And Gayatri Chanda is the rhythm, and it goes into our mouth. And so it's this rhythm of how we should be chanting. So it guides our mouth to be forming correctly. Then we have Paramatma Devata. Paramatma Devata. Paramatma?
Supreme soul.
The Supreme Soul. It's like this, that soul in, where does your soul become the soul of me and everyone else in this room? So, and that Supreme One Soul. And so that's the deity of Om. So when you meditate on Om, that's who you're tapping into. You're tapping into the One Soul. And so we invoke the Paramatma Devata in our heart to be awake, to reside within us, before we start chanting Om. That way when we're chanting Om, we've already done the invocation so that, the crown chakra's open the right way, our mouth is being guided in the right way. The Paramatma is abiding in our heart. So we don't chant Om for half an hour before the Paramatma starts to abide in our heart. We invoke it, and then we strengthen it with Om. Okay? Is the Bijam. Bijam means the seed sound. And we plant that in the root chakra. There's a little Shiva lingam. And we're putting that which is the first letter of Om, and we're planting it there. From there, it's like a seed that grows into a tree. And then into our feet, we put and that the Shakti is the mother guides. So, and the feet are what take us places. So the Shakti in the foot is guiding the mantra to take us in the right direction. So is placing that in the place of the bijam, it makes the mantra grow on us. Makes the mantra take us to the right place. And then it opens the mantra. It allows it to be activated. Kilakam. Kilakam is the key. Open this mantra so it works. And then Sarva Karmambe Viniyogaha. Viniyoga is what's the purpose of doing this. And Sarva is all, Karmambe, all work. All projects, to begin anything. We chant Om. And it's going to ensure success of our projects.
But Gayatri Chanda doesn't Gayatri imply a certain amount of
24.
24.
So when you're chanting Om, should we really only do 3?
So you should do 24 Oms, I guess.
Should, yeah. There's a whole, when we get to the chandas, there's only 7 main chandas. And then there's all these minor chandas. And, there's the verses that are like Hare Ramakrishna is Gayatri Chanda. So that means you're actually, to get Gayatri, to get 24, you need to say it 8 times. Hare Rama Krishna, Hare Rama Krishna, Hare Rama, to get that right chanda happening.
4 times? 6 syllables, right? Well, it's 32 Gayatri, right? Or is it 24?
Gayatri is 24, so you're right. It's
4 times, right?
4 times. Okay. Good job. I know, I was like 8, that doesn't sound right, but I'm not going to sit here and do the math. But like this, so there's that side of it. Then there's another side where, there's the aspect of the chanda that is the syllables, and then there's the aspect of the chanda that is a ray of the sun. It's just a rhythm, it's a vibratory rhythm in the universe that those number of syllables are tapping you into, but at the same time, it's a vibratory sound and way of chanting. So there's both ways to look at that. You ready, Sue Ann? You've been practicing, right?
No.
Oof.
What does Rishadi mean?
Rishwa?
Rishadi Nyasa.
Rishadi.
Rishadi.
Rishi is Rishi.
Okay.
Okay, and Adi means etc.
Okay.
So we have the Vinyoga, which is the first row, and then Nyasa means to put in our body. And so putting the Rishi, etc. into the body. So the Adi just means that list of.
Okay.
So with this, it begins, it's the Rishi, Chanda, Devata, Bijam, Shakti, and Kilakam. Where if you look at the next one, it's Kara Nyasa. Kara means hand.
Okay.
Okay, so we're putting the sounds into the hands.
Okay.
But with this one, Rishi, Adi, the Rishi and the other things, Nyasa. Okay?
In the body. Okay.
Nyasa is implanting it in the body.
Okay. So just, I don't need to, just... go
First
through.
row.
Okay, Asya Shri Pranava Mantrasya Gotama Atre Bhubaneshwar Rishi Shirise
Just do it with folded hands for the moment.
Gayatri Chanda
Gayatri Chandaha.
Gayatri Chandaha Paramatma Devata Ambijam Shakti Mam Kilakam Sarvakarm Ambavini Yoga.
Om Asya Sri Pranava Mantrasya Gotama Atri Bhararaj Rishihi Gayatri Chandaha Paramatma Devata Ambijam Shakti Mam Kilakam Sarva Karmambe Viniyogaha. So that's our invocation before Om. Now we're going to actually take the invocation, and instead of, that's our invocation to the universe. So she does Wicca-related things, so I'm speaking more in Wicca-related terms,
You're adding me.
But that, everything can be, it's all a matter of perception.
Yeah.
And with this is a ritual.
No, we do the same
Yeah.
thing. We cast a circle. We set
I know.
I mean, I understand.
Exactly.
The different angles.
Exactly. So, and so this is the casting. We've done the invocation, but now that's the external casting. Now we internalize. So we've invoked it outside. Now we invoke it inside.
Oh, nice.
And how do we invoke it inside? We actually energize it into our body. And so the first one is we go to the head, and we actually put the rishis in our head. So it's Gotama Atri Bhararaj Rishi Bhyo Namaha. Okay, so we actually put them in our head. And then we go to our mouth, because that's where the chanting comes from. Gayatri Chandaha Namaha. We're putting it in, we're instilling the rhythm into our mouth. Then into our heart. Paramatma Devata Namaha. You're instilling that. Feel it just open. And when it's a Saraswati mantra, we imagine Saraswati in our heart. With this, we imagine the soul of everything is right here. And we're instilling it. Then we, different people touch different places, but you're actually, because you can't actually touch that, inner Shiva Lingam inside. So you touch down in that area, and it's Bijam Namaha. Then we touch the feet. Shakti Namaha. And then Mam Kilakam Namaha. So we've just turned it inside into our body. So outside, then inside. So now you feel it vibrating in your aura, in your body. And then we got to energize our hands. Karanyasa. So this is, you've missed the last two classes, huh, Antoine?
Last class.
Last class. Okay. So were you here the first time we did this?
Yes.
Okay. So what are the, let's review. What are the fingers, the sounds, the endings of the sounds connected to the hands?
The endings?
Yeah,
Without looking.
without looking. Try and do it without looking.
Nama, Swaha.
Nama, Swaha,
Vishant.
Washat. Washat.
Washat.
Shat. Washat. Uh-huh.
And then you do wash out.
Whom.
Ahum.
Then
Then
Washat. And then,
Ba.
good. Okay. You know all this, right? No? Okay.
Clockwise. I mean, forward.
Pot. Okay. So those are the 6 in our hands. Now, I wanted to teaching today was supposed to be deeper into them. This is Mantra Mahodadi, Mahodadi, Taranga 24, which is chapter 24, verses 92 to 94. Learned persons have described 3 kinds of mantras: masculine, feminine, and neuter. So mantras can be masculine, feminine, or neuter. They're living beings in and of themselves. Those mantras which have at their end washat and fat are called masculine. Mantras ending with walshat and swaha are feminine. Those ending with hum and namah are neuter. What do you think the difference is?
The difference?
Yeah, why use a masculine mantra versus a neuter mantra versus a feminine mantra? Hmm?
Is it similar concept of like yin and yang, like you need to invoke the balance in the energy and the certain energies? No? Okay.
Maybe.
There must be a correlation.
You're beginning. Any other thoughts? Because what about the neuter?
Starts neuter. Starts neuter, then it does the feminine, then it's neuter again, and it does the masculine.
No, it's neuter, feminine, masculine. Neuter, feminine, masculine.
Oh, the washat is masculine?
Washat is masculine and walshat is feminine.
Oh.
It sounds like it depends on what you're trying to do. Like those really.
So
Okay.
it's neuter, feminine,
Going along
masculine.
with what she said, but what are we trying to do?
Get
Balance
beyond the
the-
3 gunas.
Beyond the 3 gunas? That's the end goal, definitely.
You can
But-
say that.
but from
Integrate.
on the level of remedies, we're really, we're giving mantras for people to balance out their relationship and things along that nature. So they're not ready for, they got to just be okay here before they can start transcending the gunas.
So it's bringing
At least that's our level of the job. Then there's the high spiritual gurus that are helping them transcend the gunas. We're just trying to get them to be harmonious with the gunas that they're in. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Doesn't really tell us.
So it's balancing.
It's
bringing
good to
it
think,
balance.
to use our minds,
So it's balancing and integrating the energies so that you can transcend. You can't transcend if it's all out of
Yeah, you can't
balance.
transcend if it's all out of balance, exactly.
Yeah.
Really?
Well, you'll just get drawn back to your imbalances.
Yeah, because what helps us transcend? That which helps us transcend is sattva.
Mm-hmm.
And what is sattva but balance?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're too rajasic, you're going to be doing all these pujas to try and get something, and you won't get it because there's so much desire there that you end up getting attached to something else instead of getting beyond the gunas. Or, like this. So until we get that sattva, we're not transcending. And sattva is that balance. So with both Ayurveda and Jyotish, we're trying to get them to that sattva, which is just harmonious relationship to all 3 gunas.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then the ability to transcend is clear. And this is according to the Gita. Okay.
And so
So
we're just trying to integrate polarities and the neutral point.
exactly. That's in general. But what about the mantras?
Well, that's what we're doing
Hmm.
with the Shastri.
Maybe on the highest level. Still, there's, many of these mantras that we're utilizing are, person can't have a child. Doing mantras to invoke that ability in the karma to remove the blocks to having children.
But isn't
Can't get married, removing those blocks to getting married. Or being sick, removing the bad karma to be sick. Or, so we're trying to sometimes bring a lover into our life. Other times, we're trying to remove disease from our life. Other times, we're just praying, bowing down and being subservient to something. It's your clue.
Yes, you just gave it to me.
So, the rites of captivation, which is Vaishikarana, aversion, and immobilization. Masculine mantras are fruitful. In minor rituals and rituals for destruction of diseases, feminine mantras bestow quick fruits.
Why? Because they...
Mantra Mahudidi. I'm just reading first, okay. In Abhichara, black magic, neuter mantras have been said to be fruitful. This is just Mantra Mahudidi. Guruji's teaching is that we use neuter mantras to submit to the deity. Nama, just to submit. What's our other neuter mantra? Hum. Clear the ground and just, surrender ourselves. Then when we have female, it's more for offering and dedication. This is Sanjay's teaching. And masculine mantras are for protection and defending and, fighting things and along that nature. Mantra Mahudidi I read,
Different? So?
somewhat. Here it's saying that for aversion, immobilization, and captivation, masculine mantras are fruitful. Which to me, captivation, that's Vaishikarana. Vaishikarana? That's attracting a love into your life. It's saying masculine mantras, which to me, I don't know if I can agree with that. To me, it would be much more of a feminine kind of, attraction.
But this is like a forceful...
That's capturing someone's mind, maybe, and because there's mantras where you want the king to give you a grant, so you do the right mantras to.
This sounds so manipulative. It can be very unethical. It seems like.
It can be. That's why it's all kept so secretive. And that's why we learn Jyotish for long periods of time, and I just give you little parts here and there before it all of a sudden gets put together so that you actually can utilize it all.
Yeah,
Because if somebody who's here just for a day or two learns all this stuff, goes off, they'll be doing some crazy stuff, and it'll be my karma for teaching them. But these are parts of Mantra Shastra to create results. And, Vaishikarana, there's the negative side of it, and then there's just bringing, a partner into the life. And, negative Vaishikarana is, I want that person to be my partner. And, you do the mantras to capture their mind and make them fall in love with you. Or get a king and make him donate money to you. That's the negative side. But then there's also, the highest level of Vaishikarana is, let's say you want to see Shiva. You want a vision of Shiva. You do Vaishikarana of Shiva. Shiva has to come to you. So there's multiple levels for all of this. And it's all being applied relative to our state of consciousness and spiritual evolution. But it's important that we understand slowly these building blocks. So once we start getting to the point where you're actually making a mantra, you're always safe giving a mantra that's already made. But I'd say a third of the time I make mantras that I give to people. Adding certain syllables together according to certain formula, adding the correct ending and things of that nature, so that they have a mantra that's going to give them the results that they're getting in their life. For example, the last mantra that I made was a Lakshmi mantra that was intended to break a Daridra yoga. So, it's just to pull one out of the hat that's already there, it just wasn't going to work. I needed to activate the two houses that were causing the problem and take that energy to the planet that had the ability to remove the poverty. So we have to, all these are important to understand. So we learn them now. Okay. But yes, they can be dangerous and manipulative, but what are we doing with mantras but manipulating reality anyway? So then it just becomes a line of what's okay to manipulate and what's not okay. You say it's okay to manipulate, you have karma to be poor. And so you get a mantra to remove that poverty. Who said it's okay to manipulate the universe and to manipulate your karma to get rid of your poverty in this life?
Right.
You are changing it though.
Right.
So, if you start manipulating other people's minds to give you money, then it might be crossing the line a little bit. But that's all dependent upon time, place, and social reality. Shopkeepers in India often do Vaishikarana things that when you come in, you give them more money than you're supposed to. You buy more than you're supposed to.
So Sanjay's fond of...
I got stuck in a place once, and this was my truest understanding of Dark Tantra. My first true experience of it. I was in Pune, and I went to this little village shop where this guy, he was a runner for the places that sell gemstones and crystals. And he had all the crystals that the big stores didn't buy, which, they want the really clear, nice ones. And he just, all kinds of really cool crystalline colored gems. I went in and I picked out one or two. He weighed them and I gave him 3,000 rupees. I walked out and I realized I did the math, how much it was. I was like, that should be under 1,000 rupees. Somehow I gave him 3,000. I walked, I kind of got confused when I was giving him the money. So I went back in and said the price wasn't right. And he just goes, oh, I'm not good with math. You whatever you're supposed to give me, you give. And I'm in there, and I'm trying to do the math. I couldn't think clearly. I'm sitting there, I gave him, did something different, walked out with a few more rupees, and it was like, once I was outside of the shop, I was like, that was wrong again. I still gave him the wrong. I just thought, I got to get out of here. Because it was this weird energy where as soon as I went in, I couldn't, and I didn't get it at that point in time. But there was definitely some tantric thing that was happening in there that was making me give more money than I should have. I couldn't think clearly, and I keep giving more. It's so... But this is, so it is used negatively. But when we do that kind of stuff, we're using it for positive means, hopefully. Yeah.
Just something. Sanjay's fond of saying that incarnating on this planet is like punishment. It's a punishment. A lot of
It's one view. He's Saturnathmakarika.
Oh, okay. But
Take that in your notes. Saturnathmakarika believes we came to this earth for punishment.
Yeah.
I'm Venus Atmakarika. I don't believe it.
Okay.
I think we're here to share and grow and create. And
It could be both. But
I'm Venus Atmakarika. My Atma has a different view.
But when you do, like we were talking earlier, I won't bring up that person.
Yeah.
But your view was they should suffer the punishment, and if we're using, and maybe, that's what I was thinking.
I just can see what they did in the chart, so that's why.
So maybe if it's a fixed karma thing, you're not going to get the remedy. You're just going to have to suffer. But if there is, like you can see in someone's chart where the remedy.
Luckily, those people, they just sent the chart to everybody, so I'm not responsible. If that mother came to me, asked me very specifically, I would almost be in debt at that point to do something to help her. And so at that point I couldn't say, he deserved to suffer. I would have to do something to help them out on some level. And maybe it would just be something along giving a remedy to kind of clear up his Venus karma so that he treats women in the proper way and gets rid of some of this malfunctioning. in his mind around sexuality. So
But the point I was making was you're just saying it's about manipulating,
Mhm.
about using mantras or using things to overcome your karmas.
mhm.
There's a line that you
the line, everybody has a different line. And, that's one of the things with the guru. Before you give that full mantra, the full transmission of how to make the mantras and things of that nature, you don't give it to everybody. We learn the parts and parcels of everything, but how to actually put it all together 100%, when a person's at a certain level and you know that they're only going to use it for good, then they get the full download. And there's even certain mantras that Guruji hasn't given me yet because he doesn't trust me with them. So, and there's one or two mantras that I got out of him by
like the guy in the store.
you see,
Spying on him like Nagarjuna.
no. Occasionally, like when we're with Guruji for a month or two, living with him, before we leave, he does this thing where he's like, so what, like it's almost like his gift before we leave. And like whatever we ask, it's like he'll answer. And so once I pulled on him one of those, I was about to leave, he's like, okay, what do you want to learn? I said, I want that mantra for...
Attracting a partner.
No, I asked it was a different mantra, but I probably have mentioned it before already, but it's a... Are we recording or... It's a mantra that you look at a person's shadow.
Shadow?
You look at their shadow. Like you see how we can see Antoine's shadow right there? You look at the shadow and you can see all his problems.
Wow.
All the bad things in his life. All the negativities. You look at that shadow and you can like see.
You don't have to look at the chart.
You can see the Papa Purusha in the person's shadow.
No way.
Papa Purusha. What about the
Yeah.
Shiva
So I got that mantra out of Guruji. And then after I got it, I was like, okay, probably would have been better to ask for something really beneficial because I don't think I want to practice this mantra.
What about the Shiva Purusha?
That's the Jyoti Brahma mantra. Om Shrim Dlim Jyoti Brahmaya Namah.
Okay.
Which you know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's
Good
to
stuff.
be able, with that mantra, we can see the light in a person and can help guide them to their highest ability and potential. So,
But it's useful if you're prescribing mantras and to help people, with their bad karmas to be able to see that.
it's all good. One of these days when I'm ready for it, I'll go and practice the mantra. At the moment, I'll trust Guruji. When he thinks I'm ready, I'll go for it. Okay. So, our endings. Nama, it's neuter. Nama, in our thumb. Actually connect it with your hand. Nama is in the thumb. Swaha is a feminine mantra, right? In the index finger. Middle finger. Washat. It's masculine, right? Then we go to the next one, another neuter mantra. Hum. Pinky finger. Walshat. And what is that?
No?
Feminine. And then what?
Masculine.
Masculine. Okay. Because some mantras we have the ability to either end with nama or end with swaha, right? Om Hrim Shrim Klim Jagat Prasutye. Anybody have that mantra? No? No one in here? Hrim Shrim Klim Jagat Prasutye. Can be either swaha or nama. Both are 2 syllables at the end. One is neuter, one is feminine. So depending on our intention for that mantra, what we're doing. We use Fat for that, it changes the whole, it changes the syllable combination of that mantra. It's doing something different. But, certain mantras, we have the ability to change the endings. But any which way, so that's in our fingers. Okay. So name of the thumb is what?
Angusta.
Angusta. Name of the index finger.
Tarjani.
Tarjani or Tarjani?
Tarjani.
Middle finger.
Madhyama.
Ring finger.
Anamika.
Anamika. And pinky finger. Kanishtika. Kanishtika. Okay. And then with our Om, we have A-U-M, A-U-M. Okay? A-U-M, A-U-M. So A on the thumb, for the recording. U on the index finger, M on the middle finger. A on the ring finger, U on the pinky finger, M in the palm. So we remember all.
We apply that because we're doing the mantra. Angustavyam. Oh, I see. A-U-M.
Yeah. I'm breaking it down into components to make it easy to understand. And hopefully we won't have to do this too many times. So we have and it's like this, because you're going into the thumb. So it's slightly curled, the index finger is slightly curled underneath the thumb. Angustabhyam Nama. And then we touch the thumb to the index finger. Tarjani Bhyam Swaha. Then we touch the thumb to the middle finger. Madhyama Bhyam Washat. Then we touch the thumb to the ring finger. Anamika Bhyam Hum. We touch the thumb to the pinky finger. Kanishtika Bhyam Walshat. And then we spin the hands around, and the of the right hand, the pinky finger is held down, and it's Mam Kara Talakar Prishtaya Svat. Okay, so we've instilled Om into our hands. So first we put the rishis, the actual, where the mantra is coming from, how it's working in the world. Then we actually, the mantra, our hands are vibrating with Om now. Now that our hands are vibrating with Om, we can put Om deeper into our internal body. And so it's so it's A into the heart, U into the face, the M into the sika, the spiral in the hair. Then we cross our arms, we're protecting ourselves with A, we're putting U into the eyes, and then the the M again into the palms and the hands. Okay, and same index. Okay, so over the heart, Hridaya Namaha, into the face, Shirase Swaha, Mam Sikaye Washat, Kapachaye Hum, Netatrayaya Walshat, Mam Astraya Fat. So Om is embodied in us now. And then we sit up.
Did you say number 5?
Netratrayaya.
Netratrayaya.
Yeah. Netra means eyes. Traya means protect. Protecting the eyes. Or netra literally means that which guides you. So it's protecting that which guides you, which is the eyes. The eyes are the senses which, we go where the eyes can see. And aya means two. So netra trayaya. Okay. And then we meditate on Om. So let's do Om 3 times. Deep breath in. meditating on Om internally. Inhaling Ah. Holding slightly on the inhale, the U. Exhaling and continuing breathing Om inside.